Hey, welcome to another episode of beersandbars.com. Just got here to my room here in Mammoth, California. And of course, the first thing I like to do when I go to a new destination somewhere I've never been before, I like to check, see if they have any local breweries. And I was well aware of this one, Mammoth Brewing Company here in Mammoth Lake, California. And so before I hit my room, I went over there and picked up a growler, 64 ouncer of Yosemite Pale Ale. Now, the brewery itself was hopping today. There was a lot of people there. It is Memorial Day weekend, so I wouldn't expect any less. Parking was pretty packed. The line for food was pretty long, but the beer line wasn't too long. Looks like because that's the fastest one. Just pour and serve. I like to take my beer home, so I especially really love this growler. So I might go back tomorrow to pick up another 64 ouncer or something else. This time, like I said, I picked up the Yosemite Pale Ale, and this one is 5.5 ABV. I wanted to go a little bit light on the ABV just because one of the signs they had at the brewery is this beer is brewed at 8,000 feet elevation. So the alcohol will hit you a bit harder, so I didn't want to go ahead and get something too high of ABV since this is my first time here at Mammoth. And to tell you the truth, I guess I'm just out of shape because I really did feel the change. I felt a little bit lightheaded at the beginning, but I feel like I'm getting my feet back. So tomorrow I'm going to do a little bit light hiking. There's still snow up there, but no, not a skier, but definitely want to get out there and do a little bit of hiking. But let's jump into, I got my receipt right here. And for the growler itself was $16. And for the beer, 64 ounce with $9.15 plus tax came out to $27.48. The dude was really cool. So yeah, let's go straight to the Yosemite Pale Ale. The description here on mammothbrewingcompany.com. With Mammoth Lakes being just a hop, skip, and a jump from Yosemite, this is our ode to the famous national park, best enjoyed after taking in the grand vistas of the valley, strolling beneath the giant sequoias, and marveling at the thunderous Yosemite Falls. Pairs well with fresh air and sore legs. Well, after driving from LA, I got some sore legs, so I'm gonna drink it. This is a classic American Pale Ale featuring a piney citrus hop nose, a full malt body, and a clean bitter finish. And like I said, it was an ABV of 5.5. There's another brewery here that I might check out. Might or might not. If I do, you'll see it on the second half of this video. If not, I guess you'll see the second part of if I pick up another growler. So I brought my my pint glass from Bear Republic, keeping it Cali. It's always weird trying to pour one of these growlers just because it's, very difficult. There you go, you like that pop. Feels like you need like a little help here when you pour it, but and I suggest you pour it towards the edge because the lip is gonna definitely not. That way you don't spill any beer on the side. And because I'm pouring it this way, I'm definitely gonna get a lot of head. So pour a little bit more. So it's definitely got a lot of head. I'm sure from the tap or from a bottle would not have all this head to it, but hey man, pouring is a one-man sport. Let's see here. So it's kind of, well, it's clear with a little bit of carbonation. Definitely could scent those citrusy notes. as they say, it's definitely something that would be refreshing after a long day of hiking or skiing or what have you. I'm drinking it after a long day of driving from Los Angeles to Mammoth, and it was surprisingly not a lot of traffic, but we did leave at 6 in the morning. So uh, tomorrow we're gonna hit the hiking trails. All right, man. I think let's go ahead and get a mustache here, a head mustache. Really smooth. It could be because we got it directly from the source. Uh, Not super cold, not at room temperature, just a little bit cold. Very smooth, very little aftertaste, but definitely flavorful when you're drinking it, and afterwards just goes down really smooth. Really love this beer, and the great thing about it is that in LA, when you pick it up, it's kind of pricey, but it's always very good. And so tastes great to get to the source and drink it straight from the tap, straight from the brewery where it's brewed, man. Cheers to you, and because it is Memorial Day, cheers to all those who have served. Thank you. All right, and if you're in the area or if you happen to see Yosemite Pale Ale, this is offered year round on tap at the brewery. So definitely something to come pick up and enjoy. All right, guys, and you know it. If you haven't done so already, have a great beer. And thanks for watching another episode of beersandbars.com. Thank you. Hey, welcome to another episode of beersandbars.com. We continue our trek here in the eastern Sierra Nevada. I'm currently here in Mammoth Lakes, and you guys already seen the little recap of our visit to Mammoth Brewing. And as we took a little travels up the 395, we went to Mono Lake, which was really cool. And then we also went to June Lake. And to my surprise, they have a little brewery there called June Lake Brewing here. Picked up a 32-ounce can of Little Walker IPA with a 6.4 ABV. And another brewer here in Mammoth Lakes, which the big one is Mammoth Brewing. But they also have one here called Black Doubt Brewing Company. And from here, I picked up Hopduction IPA, which has ABV of 6.9. Um, so the great thing about craft beer, and also the great thing about traveling, is that wherever you go, especially with the expansion of craft beer and little breweries open up here and there, that I'm sure you're always able to find a brewing a brewer close to you. And in this case, I found one I was not even expecting, June Lake, and you know, and then Black Dog Brewing here in Mammoth. So plenty of choices at each location. And so let's start off with June Lake Brewing right in here. Yep, always gotta love the citrusy scents when it comes to an IPA. Like I like to say, I'm a hophead, so this one has really a lot of carbonation. It's not cloudy, pretty clear. A lot of citrusy notes you get from the head there, which is typical California IPA. You expect a lot of those citrusy, grapefruit type scents. The head's pretty good there. Really, really a lot of carbonation. So, cheers to our many adventures. Um, on top of the usual grapefruit notes that you get from a citrusy type IPA, I'm also getting a little fruity off of it, smooth, not too bitter. Um, and when I say bitter, not bitter in a bad way. It's bitter in a good way. But along with the bitterness at the end, you get a also fruity flavor. Um, Definitely, along with the bitterness, like I said, you get that fruity flavor. So I'm sure they threw in type of fruit into this. And this one again is Little Walker IPA 6.4 ABV. And it's just, it's just great wherever you go, wherever you drive. You're sure to find a brewery. So next one we're gonna hit as soon as I'm done with this sucker is Blacked Out Brewing Company. So stick around and we'll see what's up with that one. All right, guys. This is a three-parter. Hope you enjoy it. All right, well, we're back for our final selection here on our little trek through the Eastern Sierra Nevadas. To recap, first beer we saw here was one from Mammoth Brewing. It was a pale ale. Secondly, we saw one from June Lake Brewing, which was an IPA. And we got a third IPA from Blacked Out Brewing Company called Hopduction IPA with a 6.9 ABV. And we also got this one in a Crowler 32 ouncer. Also include some pictures from all three places in my YouTube video. So please enjoy it. And also, if you want to get things a little faster, make sure you follow me on Instagram. And also, if you're on Untapped, I'm also on Untapped under Beers and Bars. That's BEERSNBARS. Because Beers and Bars is taken by somebody else. But they haven't done anything with it, so I always check, see if I could buy their domain, but they're not selling. All right, guys, let's go ahead and pour this sucker. Ooh. This one was ready to come out the can. Was it nitro? So I poured a little bit too heavy there, but it was ready to pop out of the can, and it doesn't help that I was probably squeezing it a little bit there. Let's see what we got here. Also get those citrusy notes just because it's also an IPA. Has less carbonation than the other beer that we recapped there. Let's go ahead and give a little bit more there. It's pretty good. You do taste the higher ABV in it. Um, I would want it to be a little more hoppier, but it's still pretty good. Um, Pretty mild at the end, not as bitter as I would have expected an IPA. But you definitely do taste the higher ABV at 6.9, but it's still very good. I would like to try a lot some of the other selections that they have, um, but this one's pretty smooth, and I think you'd enjoy it. Um, Maybe it would taste a bit better coming from the tap, but it's pretty good. So yeah, definitely when you're in Mammoth, make sure you hit up Mammoth Brewing. Make sure you also hit up Black Dowel Brewing, and if you have time, drive over to June Lake Brewing over by June Lake, and I'm sure you'll find something that you like. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching this three-parter on beersandbars.com, and hope you find some beer on your next adventure. And if you haven't done so already, have a great beer. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.